Okay.
But I had her initial. She admitted that she took on these dates.
Oh, she told you.
Initial by deposit. I took cash from, and that's the
Oh, initial that she said that she stole, or the initial that she
she know that I took cash from. She gave me a full verbal and written confession.
Okay. Was there any point that you wanted to seek for help?
Yeah, but apply for assistance and
On August 14th, 2023, Florida officers responded to a felony theft call at a Wawa gas station. Corporate audit records, surveillance footage, lottery machine activity logs, and a signed written confession had already been assembled before officers arrived. Under the totality of circumstances standard established in Illinois v. Gates, probable cause does not require any single piece of decisive evidence. It requires that the available facts, taken together, would lead a reasonable officer to conclude that a crime had been committed and that this individual committed it. 7 documented deposit variances totaling $9,005.55, corroborated across 4 independent evidence streams, satisfied that threshold. Florida Statute Section 812.014 defines grand theft in the third degree as theft of property valued between $750 and $20,000. This is a third-degree felony punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment and a $5,000 fine. Florida Statute Section 901.15 authorizes warrantless arrest when an officer has probable cause to believe a felony has occurred. With a signed confession, video evidence, and financial records in hand, the legal basis for this arrest was airtight before the first officer said a word.
Was there any point that you wanted to seek for help?
yeah, but apply for
This officer is inside here?
Yeah.
Who's he talking to right now?
The employee.
Employee?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a Miranda.
Okay. So what's happening?
The associate in there, I did an interview of her today. I got an alert from our treasury department and corporate that we had a deposit that was short almost $5,000
Okay.
on the 10th of July.
Okay.
I got that notification around August 4th, and then as I started looking at it, other shortages started coming in after that date, but not that large. And then the last shortage that was reported was on 8/7, so there's a total of 7 deposit variances totaling $9,555.
Okay.
With the first shortage, it was substantial, $4,775.
Okay. Well, what made it pinpoint to one of the employees?
Well, when I pulled the video and watched the managers do a daily cash process where they go out to the e-safes where you see the associates.
They can't hear this from right here, right?
Yeah.
They can?
What would?
They can't hear us from right here.
Yeah, maybe. So they come out in the morning and they get the canisters out of the e-safe that are by each register. And there's also a canister inside that lottery kiosk that has the cash for the customers who purchase the tickets. There was the amount of the shortage, the $47.75, was the exact amount of 2 of those to the dollar. And then when I watched the video of Ashley the day that she was doing the pickup in the morning, you can see her open this drop safe and there's a stack of cash like that big. She has her backpack on top of the safe that she's supposed to put the money in and spin it, and it drops down so no one can get it after that. If she doesn't spin it, you can see the motion by the backpack, but the video's not great. You can't see her actually.
So you can't really, so you can't really see her actually like.
Yeah, but that's.
Does the video have clear, concise evidence that she put that? Even though I know it sounds silly like her jumping and something, but does it have clear, concise that shows that she's placed it into her Like it would have been 100% that was her. She placed it. Because I'll let you know what might happen today. Like depending on what she's.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Right now, it could be a case that she might not get arrested today.
But you'll file after.
File a habeas, which will, depending on like when it gets, it's going to be sent to a detective. Detective would have to do their investigation. It's like unless she's admitting to some of the stuff that she's doing.
Yeah, I think she is.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we might do a notice there, but it all depends on because we needed to have like for 100% proof that she was the one that spoke.
Yeah, even the other dates. Well, there's one day where the video you can see, and it's when I think $910 was missing, and there was an e-safe that was $910.
And that's going to be in that room when they start counting the
They bring the canisters into that room. That's where the
That's where you and me were at, that room?
The next one.
The next one.
Yeah, where he's in there talking. You can see that she has the cash. She puts it in the drop slot, but she doesn't spin it all the way, and you can see on camera that the money is still in there. And then she has her backpack, and you see motion, and she takes the bag away, and now you don't see the cash on the slot anymore. And then on some of the...
And it's always been with her doing that stuff, not the other...
Yeah. And then on some of the other shortages, I saw that she wasn't the one doing the cash processes that day. It was either the store manager or the assistant manager here. Yeah. But what somebody can do, they can go into there and take money out of that canister in there.
Or the
lottery machine, yeah. And then whoever picks it up the next morning for the cash process, they don't count it at all. They don't do a physical count. They just take it and put it into the safe.
Yeah, video of that.
I've heard going in there at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
So all the incidents that happen where it lines up to the video, day and time that...
Yeah, that she's going in there for no reason. There's no reason for her to go in there at all. Yeah. And I've got the printouts of the lottery activity report that has the exact timestamp and matches up to the video. It's all...
We can actually go there right now,
So,
did the officer take a picture of it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you guys can have this too if you want. This I didn't have video in it any longer to review.
Okay.
But I had her initial. She admitted that she took on these dates.
Oh, she told you?
Yeah, and then I initialed by deposit. I took cash from, and that's the time.
Initial that she said that she stole, or initial that she
she knew that I took cash from. She gave me a full verbal and written confession.
Okay.
The written confession obtained by the Wawa manager is a critical legal point. The Fifth Amendment protects against compelled self-incrimination by government actors. As established in Estelle v. Smith, the constitutional protection does not extend to private employers conducting internal investigations. A private employer may question an employee, obtain a signed confession, and hand that document to law enforcement without triggering Miranda at any point. That confession is fully admissible in court, regardless of whether the employer advised the employee of any rights prior to the internal interview.
Would you be able to pull up your information real quick, please, for the jump drive? So we can attach it.
I think I already have it on my desktop.
Even better.
Quicker. This Excel file is on that thumb drive.
Okay.
This has all the dates, what was reported, what the bank deposit should have been, what the bank counted, and the variances by day. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I didn't have video for those 2 days.
I just want to see the video part at this point.
Okay.
So we have like, it's not that I don't believe you, it's just cross T's, dot I's, you know what I mean?
No, I get it. Yeah, this is the day I just told you about where she put the money in.
Okay.
And you can still see it there.
Yeah.
And then she puts her backpack there, and then
You want to just stand talk for real quick so someone's in there with that?
Yes, Pastor?
Oh, I needed to check some of the audits. Well, what do you think I should do?
Okay. How long have you been employed here?
Like 2.5 years.
2.5 years? Okay. And the other officer read you the Miranda rights, right? So you understood your rights. Okay. What was your previous job?
Disney.
Disney? Okay. But this is like the first time overall has anything like this happened? Not at Disney or anything like that? No? Okay. Was there any reason or anything like that? Okay. Did you explain to the other officer and talk to him about that? Okay. Would you say it was more of a desperate type of thing? Okay. Was it there's a lot of things going on in the household that you just falling through? Was there like at least like, you know, is it like late on bills or?
No.
Miranda versus Arizona requires that before custodial interrogation by government agents, a suspect must be advised of 4 rights. The right to remain silent, that anything said may be used against them. The right to an attorney, and to appointed counsel if they cannot afford one. The Bodycam confirms Miranda was administered by a partner officer prior to this officer's follow-on interview, placing post-warning admissions within constitutional bounds. However, a documentation gap exists. The administering officer's Miranda advisement is not captured on this camera, only referenced verbally. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, custody triggering Miranda begins when a reasonable person would no longer feel free to leave. Best practice requires the arresting officer to confirm on camera verbally and explicitly that rights were administered, understood, and voluntarily waived. Relying on an off-camera advisement creates a suppression risk. Defense counsel will exploit precisely this type of gap during a motion hearing. The suspect's post-Miranda admissions, including motive, method, and acknowledgement of the theft, were voluntarily made and are admissible under Colorado versus Spring. That ruling holds that a valid Miranda waiver need not be explicit. A suspect who understands their rights and continues speaking has effectively waived them. The pre-search advisement before handcuffing, asking whether any drugs or weapons were present, reflects sound procedural practice under officer safety protocol. Informing the suspect that concealment of contraband from jail staff constitutes an additional criminal charge is both accurate and tactically appropriate.
Was there any point that you wanted to seek for help?
Yeah, I applied for like
Well,
assistance and like I have a safe. When I did that, they gave me a
Right.
card with information.
So it was just.
I want to go to a shop.
Do you have like any type of food stamps or anything, or
They just gave them to me.
they just gave them to you? Okay.
But they wouldn't give me any cash assistance.
Gotcha. Okay. Did you have like a set goal or anything like that? How much you wanted to take out, or you were?
I wasn't keeping track.
It's a mistake. It's a bump. You know, we learn from mistakes, right? Hopefully, this would be like that big eye-opener that like we can't be doing stuff like that. We gotta find some alternate ways, like the better way to do things. You know, and sometimes if you feel like you're in a road where in a crossroads where you feel like you can't do anything else, you know, you can still call law enforcement, or you can call like anybody just to talk to, and then see if there's any type of things that can help you out. You know, there's a whole bunch of churches that, you know, you would have to talk with and let them know your situations. They can even set up like a GoFundMe or whatever it is. There's actually a place, it's called the Red Suitcase Project, or Red Suitcase Ministry, and they do exactly that, helping single mothers at a time of need. And what they do is they do whatever they can to assist you in what assistance that you need and need help with. Okay. if you want, I can write down it and then give it to you, and then, so you can look it up and stuff like that for later on. Okay. But just I would say what you could do is just think really hard and clear before you end up wanting to make where you feel like it'll be something that was taking you on the wrong path. Okay. I mean, I'll say it shows me that you have character, that you're admitting to things like this. Okay, and it shows me the character that you are, that you're admitting and you're taking action of your own mistakes. Okay, and that's something to like I said, I know it's a huge mistake that what you did, but you're owning up to it. Okay. There's other people in that situation that make things way harder than it should be, and they get caught up into the wrong type of situation. You know what I mean? But you're actually taking ownership, and it's. And I respect you for that, at least that you're doing that. Okay, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but know that you have other options besides doing this. Okay. You said you're in your early 20s?
28.
20.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright, so, you have any belongings in here besides your backpack? No? Okay. So, unfortunately, guy, right now, we are going to have to take you in, okay? Like I said, it's not the end of the world, alright? So, we're going to get a female officer to pat you down and search you, but in the meantime, is there anything on you we should know about? Any drugs, any weapons? If you take anything to jail, that's another charge that you really don't need, okay? So, if you do me a favor, you can stand up and face my partner right here, please. Alright, put your hands behind your back. Thank you.
And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'll write down what you need if you want to reach out for single mothers that need some type of assistance. Because this right here, like I said, I respect you that you're being honest and open with us. And then, like I said, a lot of people in your situation usually give us a hard time. Okay, so I'm going to try to I'll write down the ministry, the red suit case ministry that can help out.
Still. You want to call it out for me?
Yep. Your podcast for someone else. We got 10:15. If we can have a female officer for a pat down.
Alright. This is your hat, or is it the company's hat? It's yours? Okay. This is your bag. Alright, mind grabbing that for me? And that's your cup? No? Alright. Just take that with that, please. You have everything that's yours, correct? Okay, let's go. We're in the back, so I won't try to get you out there, because, actually, here, give him the hat. Cover your face. Just put on and cover your face. Now you messed up, but no one needs to know your crap, you know what I mean? This is your business, not theirs. Alright, you ready? Now let's go, really quick.
Let's examine the constitutional framework. The arresting officer receives a B+. The arrest was legally grounded, tactically sound, and conducted with an uncommon degree of professional dignity. Commendable actions include thorough scene briefing before suspect contact, consistent de-escalation posture, and requesting a same-sex officer for the pat-down. The voluntary provision of community resource information, specifically, the Red Suitcase Ministry reflects person-centered policing at its best. The grade is withheld from A range solely due to the off-camera Miranda documentation gap, a correctable procedural deficiency with real legal consequence if contested. The suspect receives a C+. Conduct during the arrest itself was cooperative, honest, and compliant factors that almost certainly influenced the sentencing outcome. However, the underlying conduct was not impulsive. It was a deliberate, repeated scheme executed across at least 7 separate incidents using a specific concealment technique. Florida courts weigh cooperation, remorse, and first offender status as statutory mitigating factors under Section 921.0014. The result, 5 years probation and $10,000 in restitution, with no custodial sentence, reflects precisely those mitigating factors at work. 3 legal lessons emerge from this case. First, a private employer's written confession, obtained without Miranda, is constitutionally admissible. Defense attorneys know this. Never assume that cooperating with an internal employer investigation carries the same protections as cooperating with law enforcement. It does not. Second, a multi-source evidence package, video, financial records, activity logs, and confession is nearly prosecution-proof. Any one piece alone is vulnerable. Investigators and prosecutors should always seek corroboration across independent evidence streams before charging. This case is a textbook example of that standard. Third, Miranda documentation must be camera verified. Verbal references to an off-camera advisement are legally inadequate when challenged by competent defense counsel. The 2 seconds it takes to confirm on camera you were read your rights, you understood them, you are choosing to speak can determine whether a case survives. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.